Hello everyone, Alien Volt here, and I am playing Verdun. Verdun is a World War I battle that actually took place, and these are images of the actual battle. And what this game does is try to mimic this type of warfare, which is trench warfare, and make you feel like you were in the battle. Let's see how they do. Alright, well this is the first time I've played this game, so I want to go to the front lines. I don't want a rifle deathmatch. And now let's pick a squad. Alright, well it looks like there's 4 different maps that I can choose from. I don't think it really matters too much which one I actually pick because I haven't really played any of them, so I guess one is as good as the other. Looks like the teams are still loading in. I'm playing on a US server, so my ping it showed it was 100, which I guess is definitely playable. I prefer it to be a little bit lower, but it'll work. Now this game is actually designed on the Unity engine. The graphics don't look bad, not at all. The environment actually looks pretty decent. The sky and the smoke, the physics look pretty good. Damn it, he ran right up on the trench and killed me right there. The character model definitely could be updated, and I know they have updates planned for that. In fact, I think they should be implemented in the game really soon on the next patch. I'm hoping that when they do that, the animations will be worked with as well. Because as you notice right there, that character as he was running up to the top of the trench right there, his legs had turned sideways and his body was still facing the other way, and it was his legs were kind of moving in place. That seems a little, kind of dated and hokey. And 2 shots. There's a few people running up on us right now. I missed. Got the one guy right there at the end, but I just got shot from the side, or no, that was mortar fire. Oh, dead. That's another thing. This game actually has mortars, and there are actually planes that fly above us that drop bombs on us. And I think that really depends on, what side you happen to be playing on, whether or not you're assaulting and defending. But yeah, definitely makes for some interesting assaults as you're being bombed from above. This game is kind of unique. It's almost a one-of-a-kind. They don't really make World War I games. There's a ton of World War II games that have been made over the last, say, 15 years. But you don't really see the World War I games, and that's probably because the equipment, the tanks, the mortars, the planes, the guns, everything was pretty dated. And even though there's only about a 21-year difference between, the end of World War I and the beginning of World War II, the actual equipment that was used and the means of warfare, changed drastically. Tanks evolved and really changed the battle. I mean, the tanks they used in World War I were like the beginning of tanks. I mean, they were kind of the beginning stages. They had a lot of equipment that was actually still hauled by horse and moved around on railroad tracks. I mean, this was definitely an earlier form of fighting, but probably, you know, what started to revolutionize the war front. I mean, what we faced here in these battles is why we started developing for World War II the way we did. I'm definitely liking this. It should be safe here. Oh, just killed one guy right there. He popped up on me. I'm hoping to be hidden right here. I don't know how well this brush is actually effective for cover from the enemy. And you see brush in the background, you know, and I'm hoping that my position's obscured as much as theirs is from me. But you never know. I have my graphics set to extra, so everything's maxed out. And someone else might not be playing with that. Damn it! That again. Someone else may not be playing with the same type of graphics settings, and that may enhance their performance. But me personally, I like the immersion of a game, and I like being able to experience, you know, the full visual effects that the game's designed to produce. Now, one thing they've done here with this is the battle itself is unique in the way that their system works, their warfare. One team pushes and assaults a point, but if the enemy team can hold you off and end up getting enough kills off of you while you're trying to assault, then they're successful in defense, and then you have to then fall back, and the enemy team then assaults and pushes on your position. And it's kind of a swapping, I guess, of you know, defenses and assaults. And I'm not particularly sure if I'm really fond of that idea yet. I mean, it seems to work really well in this gameplay, but I would prefer that you could continue to push without any limitation preventing you from doing that. And the way this system is actually set up, if your team is unsuccessful in taking a position and start accumulating too many deaths, what ends up happening is you fall back and you defend, and if you try to push, you run into, it's like running out of bounds. Basically, you die. You cannot push forward. You're unable to move past your trenches of your current position that you're trying to hold, which is definitely different than I'm accustomed to playing. I'm more accustomed to, especially in today's day and time, I'm more accustomed to playing in more open environments where you're not really limited to that type of a style of play. And it's not that it's a bad thing, it's just different. I mean, if you look at some games do a trade-off, like if you're, you know, unsuccessful in taking a position, then they end up taking it back. You know, you lose it. But and some of those things have boundaries and limits, and that's exactly what this has. It has a boundary and limit system that's very effective in what it does. And I'm not sure how I like that yet. I mean, like right here, I just ran out of bounds, and that's exactly what it looks like if you run out of the trenches and your team is not assaulting at the time. Wow, sniped again. I was barely above the trench with my head. I had to have been waiting or looking for someone else and just happened to see my head pop up. But I'm actually liking this. I mean, I think it's a very good design, and it actually works really well in this game. I just don't know that, you know, I try to picture what it would be like as an open world game without the limitations, you know, of the out of bounds. And if you could just rush and push, and then it would basically, I guess it could in essence be very one-sided. Your team wouldn't be able to defend at all. And at least this gives someone the opportunity and chance to defend. You know, maybe that's their design, their way of mimicking. I think that's even mortar fire there. Yeah. Damn it. But I think that's their way of maybe mimicking the fact that there's not nearly as many people involved online playing as there was in the actual battle. So in real life, you're not going to rush up on, you know, 1,000 people in a trench and make a bit of difference. You're just going to get yourself killed. So perhaps that's their way to look at all these guys running on that right side. Taken out. I missed my other shots. But I think they did a really good job on the environments. Like I said, the physics look pretty good. I think the smoke especially looks really good in the background from the explosions. Now, the animations for the ground exploding, the dirt could definitely look a little bit better. But, you know, this is still like an alpha phase game, and it's going to take a lot of polishing still yet before they actually release this game. And I'm hoping they don't give up on it, and they don't try to turn out something that's you know, partially done. I really hope they follow through and make this a terrific game, because right now, playing it as much fun as I'm having playing it, I think this could be a fantastic game once they get done with it. But they definitely have some things to work out. You know, like, you notice I just killed that guy right now. He was running and my sights were dead on him. There's no system in place right now to accommodate for you know, speed and movement of your target, bullet drop. You know, I don't know if the velocity of the round is taken into consideration at all or not. But one thing they will have to take into consideration here is that the people who usually play these types of games, World War II type games, and being a World War I game is going to fall into the same probably category, the same people that play something like Red Orchestra, you know, are going to be playing this game. And they expect something that's going to be tactful and strategic and, you know, have a sense of realism to it. And that's the people who really like these types of games. You know, and like I just clipped that guy right there, and it looked like I let him a hair, but I still hit him. But not nearly as much as, you know, had he been running in real life, I would have had to have, you know, went a little bit over to the left to lead him to actually hit him. Otherwise, I'd have missed him. You know, and granted, you know, I don't remember leading targets in Medal of Honor, you know, Allied Assault. And maybe you had to, but I don't think you really did. And this is very, you know, it has that type of feeling. The handling of the game, the mechanics, you know, the bullet travel and velocity, it all seems, you know, like an older style game, which is somewhat dated. I mean, in today's time, people want something that feels real, you know, that plays realistic. And it looks like I just went out of bounds there a little bit. So that must be the end of our line. So it looks like the hip fire is not too bad. I wasn't aimed in there. I actually got him at close range. I don't know if I got lucky or if you know, the hip firing is actually pretty successful. Now it looks like this is the position to try to camp here. You can hold this and just pick them off as they run in. The only problem is they can probably run up here on the tops of the trenches and kill you. and I won't be able to see him coming. Yeah, that's not going to take long before they start lobbing grenades at me. So, just got it from the back. Yeah, I knew something was going to happen. I couldn't pick off a few of them there before they started talking. And this community is actually pretty good. That's one thing I've noticed. They're very good at communicating, at typing in, you know, directions, what is breaking, you know, what the enemy is actually able to assault, and you know we need to defend. So that's actually pretty cool. The teamwork's actually already there in place. But like I said, a lot of people playing this game, your life expectancy is definitely not very high here when you're trying to assault these positions. People that play this game, you know, they play games like Red Orchestra. You know, they're playing the tactful, you know, simulation type style games that they do communicate and work as a squad together. And that's what they're going to expect and want out of this game. And whether or not this developer can deliver will be the key to how successful this game ends up being. You know, the weapons models look pretty authentic. I mean, they're a nice looking model. The engine seems to be handling most things pretty well. I would have preferred to have seen this game on something like, you know, the Cryotech engine, or, you know, or maybe even the Unreal engine, which I think is a little better than the Unity engine. But that's just a personal opinion. I mean, graphically, this seems to be doing all right. The character, like I said, the character animation for the models isn't the best, and I don't know if that's an engine thing or a design thing. Got it from the side, but my teammate's not dead there, so I'm assuming that that was probably another mortar. But overall, I think they've done a pretty good job with this so far. And I'm definitely going to be posting some more videos up on gameplay, as well as keeping you updated on the progress of this game, because this is something that I can see myself playing pretty regularly, at least as regular as I play any other game. Because I'm liking it. I really am. I'm also interested in seeing what type of, you know, weapon upgrades there are. Because I notice I'm leveling up my weapon, so either my proficiency is going to go up, or it's going to unlock additional weapons. And I know there's other weapons that you can unlock, so it could be even a combination of the two. You may be able to get attachments still. I haven't played this enough to actually unlock. I'm a level 1, so you know, this is it for me. This is numero uno. But as I continue to play, I'll be able to provide back a lot more feedback on this. Yeah, see, the physics in this game actually look pretty damn good. I mean, the smoke, the particles, you know, they're a little large. I think they could be broken up a little smaller. But other than that, I think the environment they did a great job with. It looks a lot like the pictures. I mean, you can look back in the distance and see the forest and picture what this area actually used to look like before all the destruction. And looks like that's game. And we won again. Hope you liked the video. Leave some comments on what you think about the game so far and where you'd like to see this game go, and whether or not you want to see any more videos. As always, thanks for watching. Please leave a thumbs up to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time.